The Otters are back in action here at Crushers Stadium, trying to string together 2 road wins for the first time this season as they take on the Lake Erie Crushers for the 2nd game in a row before they take them on for a 3rd time in the Sunday matinee tomorrow afternoon. I'm Lucas Macklin. Thank you so much for joining me this Saturday evening. And as I mentioned, Evansville trying to win their 2nd consecutive road game for the first time this season. This is the 3rd time that they have won a series opener on the road, but those other 2 times they were not able to get series victories. I should say this is the 4th time. It's happened 3 times before. In fact, it happened the first series here in Lake Erie. They took game 1 of that 3-game series but couldn't win the next 2. But they send their all-star and ace of this squad, Braden Scott, on the mound. But as I've talked about, this Lake Erie Crushers rotation continues to send out studs, and they send out another great lefty as well in Jack Eisenbarger, and we'll talk more about them in a little bit. But first, let's take a look at, before we take a look at last night's recap, just want to remind you that you're listening to the Otters pregame show. Remember that the Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and our 96.9 WYIR. Speaking of the Home Team Network, they are the exclusive home of every Frontier League game this year. So check them out to sign up today and get a front row seat to every Otters game this season. Last night's victory for Evansville couldn't have come at a better time. The first game out of the All-Star break, the first game of this 9-game road trip, and they got a dazzling performance from their starter, Yoan Gonzalez, who went 7 scoreless, out-dueling the superstar Anthony Escobar en route to Evansville's 1-0 win. In the 4th inning was the only damage done by either side. Evansville got a single from J.T. Benson and then a triple from Paven Parks. That scored J.T. Benson. Evansville wouldn't score the rest of the game, but neither would Lake Erie. L.J. Jones with his 2nd consecutive multi-hit game. He had 2 hits last night as well. And then pitching-wise, mentioned Yoan Gonzalez earning his first win as a starter professionally. He was followed by Jackson Maloof in the 8th inning, who went 2/3 of an inning, did give up a hit, but struck out 2 of the 3 batters he faced. John Beamer came in and struck out the 1 batter he faced, and then Alex Valdez earned his 5th save of the season by striking out 3 of the 4 batters he faced in the 9th inning. Evansville sent out 3 relievers to end that last game, and every out they recorded, they struck out the batters. So they recorded 6 outs. All 6 of them were strikeouts. They faced 8 batters. The other 2 batters reached on hits, but neither of them were hit very hard, just found open grass. And we're in line for another pitcher's duel tonight as the former teammates in Jack Eisenbarger and Braden Scott will go head-to-head. Both of them have been fantastic this season. Jack Eisenbarger's entering with a 2.85 ERA and 11 starts, very similar to what Escobar had going for him last night's game. This will be the first time Evansville sees him this season. He's fresh off a couple of starts, one against Gate where he went 8 innings, allowing only 2 earned runs on 6 hits. And then against Washington in a 2-0 victory for Lake Erie, he pitched 7 scoreless as well, walking 3 and striking out 3. But Braden Scott entering this game, he has been fantastic for this Evansville squad. His last outing against Washington did snap his 6-game quality start streak. He had 6 straight quality starts before that game against Washington, only allowed 4 earned runs. All of those earned runs came on Andrew Check home runs. He had 2 of them, and all 4 of those RBIs came via Andrew Check. But before that, as I mentioned, he was almost a guarantee to give you a quality start, and even that game, he went 7 innings, pitched 125 pitches. But he did have an outing in between that. He made an appearance in the All-Star game where he went an inning and struck out 2 of the 3 batters he faced. I should say 2 of the 4 batters he faced. And he will come out tonight starting Game 2 of the series, and again, giving Evansville a chance to win their first road series of the season, which could be a huge momentum shaker. As I mentioned, they get into the hardest part of their schedule. They play tonight against Lake Erie before tomorrow's matinee. And then they take on Quebec, who obviously doesn't need to be said too much about how good they are. They're back-to-back-to-back Frontier League champions. They have a 43-15 record, and playing them on the road is going to be difficult. And then they travel to Ottawa to take on Ottawa, who currently have won 17 of their last 22. They have found their stride, and it is going to be a tough road trip for Evansville. And then to end July, they have to come back. They get to go back to Bosse Field, but they have to take on Lake Erie for 3 more games, including a 4th game that will start in extra innings. I want to remind you that you're listening to the Papa John's pregame show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and on 96.9 WYIR. Mentioned that we are in line for another pitcher's duel tonight, so really for Evansville, they need to go ahead and try to get the lead early. Don't let Eisenbarger settle in early like they did Escobar last night. Thankfully, they were able to get a run, and that's all they needed. But, Braden Scott's going to give you another great outing here. If you can get to Eisenbarger early, get some runs on him, that is going to be a huge step for you in this game. And then if you do have the lead late, you got to hold it. This team, when Scott has given them good starts, they just have unfortunately not been able to hold his leads in a game like Joliet, where he went 6 1/3, only allowing 2 runs, leaving with the lead. Evansville gave up that lead as well. Did earn a win against Florence on June 28th. That was a win at home where Evansville won 5-4. But as I've mentioned, usually he leaves either with the Otters still in the game or with the lead. But Evansville's going to have to do a good job tonight, especially against the starter and Jack Eisenbarger. I mentioned a little bit earlier, they are actually former teammates. They spent a month together with the York Revolution in in September of 2024. That was after both of their seasons had ended. They both pitched in 3 games during that time, and both of them pitched in the same playoff game on September 25th en route to a championship with the York Revolution of the Atlantic League. So these guys are technically former teammates, and they're going to go head-to-head in a game that is going to be, again, when you're predicting pitchers' duels, this is about as good of a bet that you can put across in a hitters-friendly ballpark against 2 of the best pitchers in the Frontier League. You can almost guarantee yourself you're going to see a fantastic pitchers' duel tonight. Take a quick look at some of the affiliated Otters. Went through some of the players that are in affiliated ball. First, we'll look at some Otters from this season. Griff Hughes, currently with the Blue Jays rookie ball team. He's made 4 appearances, pitched 6 innings, has a 3 ERA. He's walked 5 and struck out 6, again, early during his career. Nate Wolgemuth has excelled in the Astros rookie ball affiliate. He's made 7 appearances, pitched 11 innings, owns a .82 ERA. He struck out 19 batters to just 5 walks, owns a 15.5 K per 9 rate. He has done a fantastic job within the Astros organization. A couple players from past teams. Patrick Lee from the 2024 team, currently with the Detroit Tigers. Between A and high A ball, he's played 61 games, has a 361 OBP with 4 home runs, and he has stolen 23 bags and 29 attempts. And then Noah Myers, who played on the 2023 team. He's with the Tampa Bay Rays, currently with their high A Bowling Green squad. He's played in 74 games, owns a .257 batting average, a .408 on-base percentage with 5 home runs, 11 doubles, and he's stolen 22 bags and 23 attempts. So just a quick look at some affiliated Otters, and we'll take a short break here on the Papa John's pregame show. When we're back, we'll talk about the starting lineups and the starting pitchers a little bit more here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now, in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VANDCASA.com.
Welcome back into the Papa John's pregame show here in Avon, Ohio. Evansville in Game 2 of this three-game series against the Lake Erie Crushers. They took Game 1 on a 1-0 victory after Yohan Gonzalez pitched 7 scoreless innings. Jackson Maloof and John Beamer pitched together to work a clean 8th before Alex Valdez earned his 5th save of the season with a scoreless 9th inning. We struck out 3 of the 4 batters he faced. And now they go up against the Crushers in tonight's ball game, inching closer to that 6:05 Central, 7:05 p.m. Eastern start time. And now let's take a look at the starting lineups for both sides. First, they look at the Crushers. They send out Dario Gomez, who's playing center field, to lead it off for them tonight, followed by Alfredo Gonzalez batting in the 2-hole as the catcher. Batting third and DHing will be Derek Vegas. Batting fourth and at first base tonight will be Scout Knotts. Batting fifth and playing shortstop will be Jared Watkins. Batting sixth and playing second base will be Davey Morgan. Batting seventh and in right field tonight will be Sam Franco. Batting eighth and playing in left field will be Sebastian Alexander. And rounding out the lineup will be the third baseman, Zach Campbell. So a little bit of a different lineup for Lake Erie tonight as they send out much more right-handed batters. 7 of their 9 hitters in their lineup are righties. The 2 lefties are Jared Watkins and Zach Campbell. And as I mentioned, they will send the left-handed pitchers Jack Eisenbarger out to start tonight's ball game. He's entering with a 2.85 ERA in 11 starts. He's a 5-2 record. But Evansville was able to get Anthony Escobar his 3rd loss of the season. Hopefully they can do that with Jack Eisenbarger as well tonight, but it is going to be a tall task. But if you're looking for good news, Evansville sending their own ace to the mound in Braden Scott, the tall southpaw, making another start. Technically, this is his 3rd start against Lake Erie this season. His start on June 12th, he went 7 innings, allowed 4 runs, only 2 of them earned, walked 2 and struck out 8. He also had a game against Lake Erie earlier in the season that will be completed at the end of July, I believe July 27th, where he had 10 strikeouts in that game, but unfortunately he doesn't have his stats completed yet. But he's faced this Lake Erie squad twice, and he's pitched really well both times, but that isn't surprising. He's pitched really well in almost every single game he's pitched this season. Scott entering with a 3.99 ERA, and if you include those 10 strikeouts, he entered the All-Star break with the most strikeouts in the Frontier League with 85. Take a look at the Otters starting lineup offensively. They're going to move Dennis Pierce back to the leadoff hole, the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game. He'll be playing third base, but followed by David Mendham, who's playing first base, batting second. Batting third and playing in center field will be J.T. Benson. Batting fourth and at shortstop will be Paven Parks. Batting fifth and DHing tonight will be L.J. Jones. Batting sixth and in left field, as always, will be Keenan Taylor. Batting seventh and catching, Logan Brown. Batting eighth and playing second base, Graham Brown. And rounding out the lineup and in right field tonight, the return of Mason White. White played with Evansville last season. Only made a couple of starts this year, but has spent most of the season on the inactive list, but was activated yesterday and makes his return tonight against the lefty Jack Eisenbarger. As I mentioned, he's out in right field tonight with J.T. Benson over in center, with Graham Brown moving back to the infield playing second base. So we'll see if this Otters lineup can push some more runs across Jack Eisenbarger, more than what they did last night against Escobar. Can't say it's going to be any easier to mention. This is a very hitter-friendly ballpark, and that kind of shows with this Lake Erie squad's numbers. They are one of the lowest run-scoring teams in the league, but they're also one of the best pitching teams in the league, and that kind of plays into themselves a little bit here at home, but doesn't mean they aren't any worse on the road as well. In fact, Jack Eisenbarger's last 2 starts came on the road, where he went 8 innings against Gateway, only allowing 2 runs, and 7 innings scoreless against Washington. Both of those games were on the road, so it does not mean anything. He only just might pitch a little bit better here at home, if anything, but he still pitches well no matter where he's at. But he will have a tall task against Braden Scott as well. Both these guys will hopefully come in and hopefully Braden Scott can outduel Jack Eisenbarger the same way Yohan Gonzalez outdueled Anthony Escobar as he did last night. Mason White making his 3rd appearance this season. First appearance since May 14th back against Three Rivers. As I said, he dealt with a lot of time on the inactive list, but is back tonight, and it's a tall task facing a starting pitcher like Jack Eisenbarger, but this Otters offense, we've seen be able to score some runs on some really good pitchers before. They did it against Kobe Foster back at home. Again, they put up a run against Anthony Escobar, which isn't as much as you would want to see, but it was all they needed last night, and hopefully they can do it tonight as well, as we are getting ever so close to that 7:05 p.m. Eastern, 6:05 Central Time start. We are going to get ready for the game tonight, because that was the Papa John's pregame show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and our 96.9 WYIR. Speaking of the Home Team Network, they are the exclusive home of every Frontier League game this year. So check them out at Home Team Network to sign up today and get a front row seat to every Otters game this season. Take a short break here as we near the national anthem, as we near the first pitch of this game here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Our anthem is presented by the Lorraine County Veterans Service Commission. Here to honor America tonight with the singing of our national anthem is United States Army veteran serving during the Vietnam War and Honor Guard Captain of the American Legion Post 202 of Medina, Mr. Ray Hewitt.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was
Thank you, Mr. Ray Hewitt, for that performance of our national anthem.
Welcome into Avon, Ohio, as we start to near the first pitch in tonight's ball game. Evansville is going to send their lineup against Jack Eisenbarger, who takes the mound. The southpaw entering with a 2.85 ERA. He has been excellent in this ballpark. He's been excellent anywhere he pitches. And Evansville will try to get to him tonight, and we'll see what they can do against this lefty. Everybody, I'm Lucas Macklin. Thank you so much for joining me on this Saturday evening as we near the first pitch. Very overcast sky tonight, about 82 degrees here in Avon, Ohio.
Let's go. All right, it's baseball time.
And Evansville, after only scoring one run last night on 6 hits, trying to do a better job tonight. They did get the win last night because our pitching staff was fantastic. But hopefully they can do a little bit more on offense tonight. But as I've continually mentioned on this during the Papa John's pregame show and in this beginning, it's gonna be tough because Jack Eisenbarger on the mound. Behind the plate tonight is Alfredo Gonzalez. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or called 812-475-9000. So Dennis Pierce, the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, is stepping into the right-handed batter's box tonight. Last night didn't manage a hit, but did reach on a hit by pitch in the 9th inning. First pitch to him is taken outside for a ball, and he'll start on the right side ahead to 1-0. Next pitch misses again. Now it's a 2-0 count. Pierce awaits the 2-0 pitch. Takes that one on the bottom corner for a strike. Counts at 2-1. Pierce in the right-handed batter's box. The 2-1 pitch takes that one outside, ball 3. Dennis Pierce, the 3-1 pitch, swings through that one. Hefty swing, but came up empty. Count runs full. That one up at 93 miles per hour for Jack Eisenbarger. The payoff pitch to Pierce. Fouls that one off. We'll do it again. Pierce in the right-handed batter's box. Next payoff pitch to him. Chopper foul to the right side. We'll do it again. Here comes the next pitch. Eisenbarger from the windup. Liner into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That one's going to roll towards the wall. It's going to be cut off by Alexander, but he's hustling towards second base, sliding in. He's safe. A leadoff double-decker double. And Evansville already has a runner in scoring position to start this game. Great start for Evansville. Now Mendham steps in. He will take his first swing from the left side. He's going to put down a bunt towards the left side. Eisenbarger's going to take it in. He's going to spin around and throw. That'll be just in time for out number 1, but Pierce does advance to third base. And a big opportunity for Evansville here in this first inning.
For Evansville, batting third. That's the center fielder, number 9, J.T. Benson.
Now Benson will step into the right-handed batter's box. He will await the first pitch from Eisenbarger. First pitch to him is taken for a strike. He'll be behind 0-1. So after only putting up one run across last night, Evansville in a big opportunity here in the first inning to get a run across. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swings through that one. Took a little bit off of it. Now Benson behind 0-2. Needs to get that run in from third ever so badly. Here is the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt, stop. Pierce is going to take off. Didn't get away that far. Gonzalez backhand throw, not in time. And Pierce gets in sliding. So he scores on a wild pitch. And Evansville takes a 1-0 lead. A great throw from Alfredo Gonzalez. He really, the backhand throw was nice, but unfortunately just not in time. Pierce was taking off basically on movement there. Now Evansville leads 1-0 here in this game. And now Gonzalez is going to be checked on behind the plate. They will take a look at him real quick and make sure he's okay. Not sure exactly what happened there, but Evansville now with a 1-0 lead here in this game, and hopefully give Braden Scott a lead, and hopefully they can add to it here. But Benson in the right-handed batter's box, facing the southpaw. Now Gonzalez stands up. Looks like he's going to try to stay in at the very least. Just a look at their roster. Alfredo Gonzalez, one of the catchers. Derek Vegas, the other catcher, is the DH. And it doesn't look like they have an emergency catcher here. But either way, Evansville already with a lead, which is a huge start. And it looks like they will leave Gonzalez in the game. And now Benson will await the 1-2 pitch, rather. Here's the 1-2 pitch, lifted high in the air towards center. In on it is Gomez. He will keep coming in and will eventually camp under it and bring it in for out number 2. So the count, with 2 away, it'll be up to Paven Parks to try to extend this first inning. Stands in the left-handed batter's box. First pitch to him, he takes outside for a ball. He jumps ahead 1-0. Paven last night with that triple that was the difference in last night's game. Scored Benson, and Evansville would win that game 1-0. Next pitch, that one in there for a strike, evens the count up at 1-1. Here is the 1-1 pitch to Parks. Off speed, just gets on the front door. Counts at 1-2 now. Now Paven calls time, and he'll try to battle here. So here is the 1-2 pitch. Liner towards first. It's going to get past the first baseman, not. And a 2-out base hit, and Evansville still has something going here in the first inning. Chance to add some more runs here as Paven Parks reaches. It will extend the inning to L.J. Jones, who had a 4-hit game just before the break and then a 2-hit game last night. He will step in. 2 outs, 1 in on 2 hits in this inning. A leadoff double from Dennis Pierce started it. First pitch from Eisenbarger is called for a strike. He jumps ahead 0-1. Sack bunt from David Mendham, and then Pierce scored on the wild pitch. 0-1 pitch inside, counts evened up at 1-1. Jones awaits the 1-1 pitch from Eisenbarger. Liner into right field. That one's going to drop in front of Franco. And now runners at first and second with 2 away here in this inning. Back-to-back 2-out singles, and the inning continues to Keenan Taylor. He will come on with 2 on and 2 away. And a chance to extend this 1-0 lead Evansville has already gotten. First pitch, both runners take off. There's no throw. A double steal for Evansville. Now 2 runners are in scoring position. That pitch missed high, so the count's at 1-0. Paven Parks, his 11th steal on the season. And now the umpire is going to come to have a meeting behind the plate. Not sure what they're talking about. Looks like they're talking about maybe a flash camera from one of the fans behind the plate. Maybe they saw something, I'm not exactly sure. But either way, counts now 1-0. Keenan Taylor stepping in with a 1-0 count. 2 runners in scoring position. The team leader in 2-out RBIs. One of the 2 All-Stars on the offensive side of the ball. Swings on it inside the third base bag. Bobbled by the third baseman Campbell. And everybody's safe. And another run comes in to score. That one just stayed inside the third base bag. Campbell was able to get a glove on it, but couldn't field it cleanly.
Batting 7 is the catcher, number 28. That will be Logan Brown.
And the Otters now lead 2-0 here early in this game. Logan Brown squares around a bunt, pulls it back. Counts at 1-0. Seen Logan Brown try to bunt for a base hit before, and he's done it successfully before. The 1-0 pitch does it again, pulls it back. That one is called a strike, evens count up at 1-1. They're going to call it an E5. I'm not sure about that one, but would have been a tough play is all I will say on that one. Next pitch to Brown is taken outside for a ball. Counts at 2-1 now. The 2-1 pitch from Eisenbarger. Runners on the corners, 2 away. That one's lined into foul territory. He's going to even the count up at 2-2. Next pitch to Brown. Fouls that one up and overhead for an overhead foul ball. Brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. We'll do 2-2 again. Great battle here from Logan Brown. Otters with 2 in on this inning. There's 2 away, 2 on, and a 2-2 count. Trying to extend this lead even more. 2-2 pitch to Brown. Fouls that one out of play, and we'll do it again. Great battling here from the Otters in this first inning. Already 28 pitches this inning for Eisenbarger. He's given up 2 runs. And with Braden Scott on the mound, you hope that puts you in a really good spot. 2-2 pitch. Out in front of it, grounds it towards second and be brought in by Morgan. Throw to first in time for out number 3. But the Otters put up 2. They lead 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Braden Scott going to make his 100th appearance on the season, or say on his professional career. When we come back after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Head to the bottom of the first inning. Evansville with a 2-0 lead. Braden Scott taking the mound for the 11th time this season. Braden Scott on the mound. Behind the plate is Logan Brown. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Greenwood Road, or call 812-475-9000. Making his 100th professional start in his baseball career. Here's the first pitch to Dario Gomez. It's taken inside for a ball. He jumps ahead 1-0. Next pitch. Misses 2-1 now. There was a pitch clock violation. Next pitch fouled up and overhead. Counts evened up at 2-2. Next pitch misses just inside. Now the count runs full. The first batter of this game for Braden Scott. Fouls that one off. We'll do it again. Next payoff pitch. Called inside, ball 4 and a leadoff walk. Just missed inside. Next up is Alfredo Gonzalez, the former MLBer. First play is a pitch over to first base, but nothing doing for Gomez. First pitch to Gonzalez is in there for a strike. Gets back in the count there. Counts at 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch fouled off by Gonzalez. Counts at 0-2 now. And now time is called from Gonzalez, who, again, dealt with a little bit of something in that top of the first inning, back at catcher. But now he is back behind the first base, or I should say the right-handed batter's box, bending down again. That is not a good sign. So they're looking at Alfredo Gonzalez again, the former MLBer. Played 3 games with the Chicago White Sox. Again, runner on first, reach via the walk. And now he will step back in after taking some time by himself. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. He squares on a bunt, pulls it back, called outside, counts at 1-2. Here is the 1-2 pitch to Gonzalez. Lined into left field. That one's hooking. It's going to get out of play, and we'll do it again. Gonzalez had to go down and get that one. Was able to foul it off. Next pitch, chopper back to the pitcher. He'll make the short toss over to first. Gomez does advance to second base. So the Otters do get an out, and with 1 away, it's up to Derek Vegas with the runner in scoring position. Vegas steps in, got a hit last night. Reached a couple of times, once by the hit by pitch as well. First pitch to him, breaker. Great stop by Logan Brown to keep it in front of him. Counts at 1-0. Scott, runner at second, 1 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses outside, 2-0 now. It's the 2-0 pitch, but first a check over at second base, nothing doing. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. Gets back in the count at 2-1 now. Next pitch, chopper towards third. That one's going to get just foul, and the count's going to even up at 2-2. Scott will go to do baseball. He will step back onto the rubber. He will look into his catcher, Logan Brown, trying to get this big second out. Otters lead 2-0 after scoring 2 in the bottom of the first. Scott, in his 100th professional appearance on the mound, delivers the 2-2 pitch. Liner towards left field. That one's going to get into foul territory again. So a couple of times on the off-speed stuff, he's gotten those batters out in front. That one stayed a little bit in the zone, probably a little bit more than he wanted to. Count still 2-2 to Vegas. He looks at second now, delivers. Got him swinging. Blew the fastball by him. Now there's 2 away. Up to the first baseman, Scout Knotts. Scott from the stretch delivers the first pitch to Knotts. Fastball in there for a strike. He's ahead 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Knotts. Off speed, got the back door. He's at 0-2 now. Knotts last night went 0-4 with a strikeout. Back in the 4-hole tonight, just like he was last night. The team leader in home runs at 8. Awaiting the 0-2 pitch from Braden Scott. Here it is. Just missed. Scott thought it was strike 3, but that one missed just a bit low. Counts at 1-2. Scott is set. Delivers the 1-2 pitch to Knotts. Breaker stopped by Brown. Bounced a little bit off Knotts, but kept in front of Brown. Counts evened up at 2-2. Runner stays put at second base. Knotts standing tall in the right-handed batter's box. 2-2 pitch. Fastball, fouled it off. We'll do it again. Scott set on the mound. Comes and delivers a 2-2 pitch. Liner towards first, just over the glove of Mendham. That one's going to roll towards the corner. Mason White will cut it off, but the run will score from second. And Lake Erie gets one back. They're on the board now with that 2-out double from Scout Knotts.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's keep this going. Let me hear you guys.
So now the Otters still lead 2-1. But the first hit of the night for Lake Erie puts a run on the board. They're still threatening with that runner at second base in scoring position. First pitch to Watkins, the lefty, is flown up towards left field. Taylor's going to try to track it and will bring it in for out number 3. But Lake Erie does get on the board. The Otters still lead 2-1 as we head to the second here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VANDCasa.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
We head to the bottom of the second here in Avon, Ohio. Evansville leads 1-0, and Graham Brown up to bat here to face Eisenbarger for the first time tonight. Takes the first pitch inside for a ball, and he jumps ahead 1-0. Brown with a hit last night. Waits the next pitch. Misses inside, ball 2. Brown playing at second base tonight after playing center field last night. Liner towards short. It's going to be past the diving glove of Campbell into left field. And a leadoff base hit for Evansville, and they are in business against Eisenbarger in this second inning. Got two on them in the first inning. And now have a leadoff runner at first base in Graham Brown. And next up is Mason White making his return to the lineup. First time in since May 14th. Steps into the left-handed batter's box with Graham Brown over at first, who is a stolen base threat but was thrown out last night. First pitch to White is fouled up and overhead for an overhead foul ball, brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. And White will be down 0-1. The Otters in their blue uniforms tonight with the gray pants. Lake Erie in their Margaritaville uniforms. Margaritaville night here at the ballpark. 0-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner. Counts at 0-2. So ahead of another batter, 0-2 is Eisenbarger. White, so far in his short season, is only 1 for 7 with a stolen base. But again, he's only played in 2 games so far this year. The 0-2 pitch. Tried to bend a breaker in there, but stayed too high. Counts at 1-2. Eisenbarger set once again. Takes a look over at first, now delivers. Breaker called, strike 3. Mason White didn't think so, but that's why he didn't swing. Just maybe caught the top of the plate, and there's one away for Dennis Pierce. The Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game at Dennis Pierce led off the first inning with a double. Eventually came around to score on the wild pitch from Eisenbarger. First pitch to Pierce. Misses, and it's called ball 1. Only 1 earned run out of the 2 runs accounted to Eisenbarger because they gave that second run on the Keenan Taylor spot an error. Next pitch to Pierce. Checked his swing, but the home plate umpire says he went. Evens the count up at 1-1. Brown over at first base with 1 away. He's been jumping a little bit. Now he goes, but they throw it to first. Brown waits. Now he's caught in a rundown. Second baseman now back over to first. They're chasing him down again. Brown still moving towards second. Now back over to first. Chasing him down, and they tag him out. Got to be honest, he might have beaten it. If he had just kept running to second, it would have been close. Don't get me wrong. But he got caught in a rundown and couldn't beat it out, and now there are 2 away with no one on. And he'd been jumping around trying to steal second base. Eventually went, but this is the time Eisenbarger went back to first. Maybe saw him moving just a little bit before. Had enough time to go to first. So now 2 away, no one on. 1-1 count to Dennis Pierce. It's the pitch. Misses outside, ball 2. So now Evansville's going to need a 2-out rally. They did have a 2-out rally to bring home an extra run in the first. With no one on, Pavin Parks singled, then LJ Jones singled. 2-1 pitch. Breaker in the dirt, 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Pierce. Swings through that one. Took some off of it. Count runs full. Another hefty swing from Dennis Pierce on a hitter's friendly count. Sitting fastball got the changeup. Counts full to the Otters leadoff hitter. Payoff pitch. Line in the right field. That one's going to hook out of play and foul. And we'll do it again. Pierce entering tonight's ball game with a .311 average. Just hit his 6th double of the year. Next pitch inside, ball 4. Almost got him, but he'll take the walk. And now he's reached both times in this game. And with 2 away, the inning extends to David Mendham. Mendham will step into the left-handed batter's box. He's not recorded in at bat today with a sac bunt in his first time up. First pitch to him is taken outside for a ball, and he jumps ahead 1-0. With the walk last night, Mendham extended his on-base streak to 22. Quick check over at first. Pierce nothing doing. Pierce does not have a stolen base attempt yet this year. Next pitch to Mendham is called a strike. Counts evened up at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses outside, counts at 2-1. The 2-1 pitch to Mendham. Fastball misses outside, 3-1. So Mendham doing a good job working this count. Trying to extend this inning to JT Benson. The 3-1 pitch to Mendham. That one misses outside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks, and the Otters now have a runner in scoring position. Couple of runners on. Benson now up in a big spot. Flew out to center his last time up. He was on base when Dennis Pierce scored on the wild pitch. And now conversation between the catcher Gonzalez and the pitcher Eisenbarger. Graham Brown reached on a single. Then Mason White struck out after Graham Brown was caught in the middle of first and second. Back-to-back walks, and the Otters are in business here with 2 away in the second inning. First pitch to Benson. Swings through that one, comes up empty, and he's behind 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Benson. Misses inside, counts evened up at 1-1. Next pitch to Benson, swings through that one. Counts at 1-2. Benson steps back in, has to battle here. Trying to keep this second inning alive. Evansville is winning 2-1. Next pitch inside, ball 2. Just missed inside. It's been a pretty consistent zone so far for the home plate umpire, Mike O'Leary. Two-two pitch to Benson. Swings at that one. High fly ball into right field. In on it is Franco. Still coming in, and he will get under it and bring it in for out number 3. So the Otters get a couple of runners on with 2 outs, but can't do anything with them. They still lead 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the second here in the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
We head to the bottom of the second inning. Braden Scott out there for his second inning of work. Gave up a run on a 2-out double in the first inning, but is going to try to reset himself here in the second as the Evansville leads 2-1 here in the bottom of the second here in Avon, Ohio. Looking for their first road series win after a 1-0 win last night. Scott will face Davey Morgan, Sam Franco, and Sebastian Alexander here in this second inning.
Leading off, the bottom of the second inning for your Crushers, and batting sixth, the second baseman, number 2, Davey.
Morgan will step into the right-handed batter's box. Last night went 1 for 4 with a strikeout. First pitch to him is taken for a strike, and Scott jumps ahead 0-1. Scott's good at putting the last inning behind him. He's going to have to do that here. Next pitch, line just off the glove of Dennis Pierce. Morgan's going to round first, but he's not going to go any further, and a leadoff base hit for Lake Erie here. Left an 87-mile-per-hour pitch, a little bit more up in the zone than he probably wanted. Morgan hit it off the knob of the bat at 98. And now Braden Scott's going to have to work through another leadoff base runner. He'll face Sam Franco. Pinch hit last night, went 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch to Franco. In there for a strike, jumps ahead of another batter 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Franco. Off speed, catches the inside part of the plate. And Scott ahead of him 0-2 now. Franco entering his 41st game this year with Lake Erie. Next pitch in the dirt, gets past Logan Brown, and Davey Morgan's going to head to second base on a wild pitch. Counts now at 1-2 for Sam Franco. Entering tonight's ball game with a .265 batting average, a .353 on-base percentage. 7 doubles and 2 home runs on the season. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball in there, called strike 3. Second strikeout of the game for Braden Scott. Gets a big out number 1 with that runner still at second base. That's Sebastian Alexander. First pitch to him. Misses inside for a ball. He'll jump ahead 1-0. Alexander making his first appearance as a Crusher in tonight's ball game. Just was signed earlier today. Next pitch off the end of the bat. Chopper towards short. Pavin Parks brings it in. Tossed to first in time for out number 2. Runner does advance to third base. Well, 2 away. It's up to Zach Campbell to try to extend this inning and try to get that tying run in from third base. Here's the first pitch. Taken outside for a ball, and Campbell will jump ahead 1-0. Next pitch misses high. Counts at 2-0. Campbell, the lefty, pinch ran last night. That pitch does find the zone for a strike. Back in the count now at 2-1. Here is the 2-1 pitch to Campbell. Fastball lined but foul. Counts evened up to 2-2. Next pitch fouled off, and we'll do it again. Scott is set, trying to strand that runner at third base. Here's the next 2-2 pitch. Off speed, just didn't break enough, and the count runs full. The entire infield is ready to go back to the dugout there. You want that front door breaker, but didn't get it. So now the count's full. Payoff pitch. Checked his swing, but didn't go. Called ball 4. And now a second base runner reaches with 2 away. So now it's up to Dario Gomez. First pitch to Gomez, lined in right field, over towards it is White, still going, trying to get under it. He will bring it in for out number 3. So Scott strands 2 here in the bottom of the second inning. Evansville still leads by 1 here in the Otters Digital Network and our 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
Through 2 here in Avon, Ohio. Jack Eisenbarger out there for another inning of work. Evansville has been able to get to him, but trying to add some more runs to help out their starter, Braden Scott. It'll be Paven Parks, L.J. Jones, and Keenan Taylor. Parks will step into the left-handed batter's box and await the first pitch from Jack Eisenbarger here in this third inning. Paven singled and came around to score on the Keenan Taylor error. First pitch to Paven is taken for a strike. He'll start behind 0-1 of Eisenbarger. Next pitch. Just misses low, evens the count up at 1-1. Mentioned Paven's triple last night, the difference in that ball game. Next pitch to him, misses high, now 2-1. Trying to lead off this inning for the third straight time with a base runner. Chopper towards second. Morgan will bring it in. Soft throw to first in time for out number 1. So Paven Parks grounds out. L.J. Jones next one up. DHing tonight after playing first base last night. First pitch to LJ. LJ is taken for a strike. He'll be behind 0-1. Next pitch in there for a strike 2, and now he's behind 0-2 as Eisenbarger's starting to work quickly here. Now Jones calls time and tries to reset himself. Single back in the first inning. It was a double steal from Paven Parks and L.J. Jones that really allowed Paven to score on the grounder to third from Keenan Taylor. The 0-2 pitch. Pulled the string, got him swinging, but I think he may have fouled it off, and he did. Gonzalez was not able to bring it in, and we'll do it again. Now Gonzalez up and around again. That one fouled off of him. Dealt with some punishment through the first couple of innings. Count still 0-2 to L.J. Jones. Steps back into the box. Eisenbarger winds and deals. Lined into center field. Back to it is Gomez to the track. He's reaching and he brings it in on the run. Dario Gomez, what a running grab to steal a hit, an extra base hit from L.J. Jones. 102 off the bat into the deepest part of the field. What a running grab from Dario Gomez. And now it's up to Keenan Taylor. Taylor steps in, listed as 0 for 1. First pitch to him, misses inside for a ball, and he's ahead 1-0. Next pitch in there for a called strike, evens the count up at 1-1. Next pitch to Taylor, misses outside, 2-1 now. From the windup, the 2-1 pitch. Thought about it, but held back, misses inside, counts at 3-1. So Taylor had 3-1. Here comes the pitch from Eisenbarger. Fastball, misses inside, ball 4, and a 2-out walk to extend this inning for Evansville up to Logan Brown. Brown is 0 for 1. He grounded out to second his first time up. Had runners on first and third. Now he's got a runner at first and a chance to extend this inning for Evansville. First pitch. Liner into left field. That one's hooking. It's going to stay fair and go all the way to the wall. Taylor's rounding second. He's heading to third. They're going to hold him at third. Brown's going to jog into second base. And a 2-out double, a Deerhead double, Decker double, has extended the inning to Graham Brown with a couple of runners on. Graham Brown will step in with 2 runners on. Eisenbarger sets, delivers the first pitch, pulled the string. Brown was swinging. He's behind 0-1. That off-speed pitch dropped just a bit low. It was still hittable for Graham Brown. And you got to imagine with a guy who hasn't played since May on deck, a guy Graham Brown who already has a hit in this game, has been dangerous in the past. We'll see how they pitch to him. Next pitch from Eisenbarger. In the dirt, gets away. Taylor's taking off. Throw to the plate. That one's going to be in time, and they get the tag. Another ball gets away, and Taylor tried to score, but gets cut down. And the Otters can't add another run. They had to in scoring position, but can't score. Still lead by 1 as we head to the bottom of the third inning here in the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
We head to the bottom of the third inning. Evansville had a chance to score some runs there, but couldn't push across any. Braden Scott will enter for his third inning of work. After giving up 1 in the first inning, allowed a leadoff single. struck out Sam Franco, then got Alexander to ground out, and after a big battle against Zach Campbell, entered in a walk for him. Did get Dario Gomez to fly out to right. In this inning, he will face Alfredo Gonzalez, Derek Vegas, and Scout Knotts. Knotts with the double that has given Lake Erie their only run in this game. First pitch to Gonzalez is lined into foul territory towards the right, and he'll be behind 0-1. Gonzalez, an all-star for Lake Erie this season. Hit to a .294 batting average so far this year. Scott winds and delivers. He squares on a bunt, but he fouls it off himself, and he's behind 0-2. Got credited for a sac bunt his first time up. But now he's behind 0-2 once again, and is going to have to battle here. Mentioned he played 3 games for the White Sox back in 2018. His second year here with Lake Erie at 32 years old. He's also listed as their hitting coach, is Alfredo Gonzalez. The 0-2 pitch, fastball chopped. That one's going to go to fair territory. Be brought in by Mendham. He's going to tag Gonzalez. Gonzalez tried to slide under it, but just couldn't, and a good tag from Mendham. And there is one away. And now Lemieux's going to go out there and have a chat with that first base umpire. Not really sure what about. Maybe he thought Gonzalez missed him. Or got missed by the tag, but it looked like Mendham got him pretty clearly, at least from up here. Obviously, I'm not on the field. But he will walk off, and with one away, it'll be up to Derek Vegas. First pitch from Scott. Misses high for ball 1. So after giving up that run, he's done a good job working around some traffic. Trying to keep this Evansville 1-run lead here in the 3rd inning. 1-0 pitch. Misses low. It's a 2-0 count now. Vegas, who stands open stance in the right-handed batter's box. A soft looper into right center field. In on is White, but he's not going to be able to get to it, and it will drop in front of him for a 1-out base hit. Scott threw it in on him. Vegas was able to go down and get it. Just 73 miles per hour off the bat, but enough to find the green grass. And with one away and another runner on, it's Scout Knotts. Mentioned we had some sun last night, but tonight it is very overcast. No sun in sight. First pitch to Knotts misses inside for ball 1. It's the 1-0 pitch. Lined. Hard hit into left field. Back on it is Taylor to the wall, and Knotts has gone deep. 9th home run for Scout Knotts on the year. And now the 3rd home run in his last 2 games that Braden Scott has surrendered, and Lake Erie has their first lead of the series. They lead 3-2. Left that one up and in. It was turned on by Knotts. And now it's up to Jared Watkins. First pitch. Fastball misses high, and Watkins jumps ahead 1-0. Knotts now has all 3 RBIs on the night for Lake Erie. He's been really the one guy to get to him. Evansville's shown the ability to score on Eisenbarger. Next pitch, high fly ball into center field, hooking into right center field, but Brown will call off Mason White, and he'll bring it in for out number 2. So hopefully, if Scott can keep this game where it's at, Evansville can find their way to score some more runs against Eisenbarger. So 2 away. It's up to Davey Morgan. Morgan did single his first time up. First pitch. It's a fastball that finds the top of the zone. And Scott's ahead 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Another fastball. That one just misses inside. Maybe a bit low. Counts at 1-1. Another fastball. Another one that misses just low. Counts at 2-1 now. Scott had only surrendered 1 home run. That pitch misses again. Now it's 3-1. Just 1 home run in his first 10 starts. And now he's given up 3 in his last 2 starts. The 3-1 pitch. Line towards short, but parks in the perfect position and brings it in for out number 3. But Scout Knotts goes deep, puts 2 more on the board, and now as we're through 3, Lake Erie leads by 1 as we head to the top of the 4th inning here in the Otters Digital Network and our 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Through 3 here in Avon, Ohio. Evansville's going to come back up to bat with Graham Brown, Mason White, and Dennis Pierce due up. Evansville's had runners in scoring positions in all 3 innings. But they left 2 stranded back in the 2nd inning. Had runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 away, but Keenan Taylor was caught trying to steal home on a passed ball. Graham Brown was at the plate for that, and now begins this 4th inning. Takes the first pitch for a ball. He's ahead 1-0. Brown's up 1 for 1 with a single. 1-0 pitch. That one finds the zone, evens the count up at 1-1. Next pitch misses high, 2-1. He was cut down and a pickoff from Eisenbarger. 2-1 pitch, another fastball. That one misses low. It's a 3-1 count. The 3-1 pitch. Brown swings at that pitch up above the zone. Count runs full as Brown calls time. Evansville with 5 hits through the first 3 innings. Drawn a couple of walks as well. He's drawn 3 walks. Payoff pitch. High pop up into center field. Second baseman Morgan's going to call everybody off. Instead, it's going to be the shortstop who eventually calls him off, and brought in by Watkins for out number 1. So with 1 away to the 9-hole hitter, Mason White struck out looking his first time up.
It's number 2, Mason White.
Eisenbarger's on the mound. Now he winds and delivers. First pitch, fastball. Misses just high, and the count's at 1-0. Next pitch, number towards third. Campbell's going to bring it in. A long throw to first in the dirt, but snagged by the first baseman, Knotts. And now there's 2 away. Back to the top of the lineup, Edward Jones, leadoff batter of the game. Dennis Pierce up for the 3rd time in 4 innings. Pierce, who played 3 college seasons between Westchester, Valdosta State, and East Stroudsburg. His first year as pro ball here. First pitch swinging. Big swing for him, but he comes up empty, and he's behind 0-1. So up with 2 away and no one on for the 2nd time this game. He walked his last time up. Also, it's a double. Next pitch misses outside, evens the count up at 1-1. Next pitch misses outside, 2-1 now. Eisenbarger sets, delivers. Swings it, pops it up towards the right side. Back on it is not. Called off by the second baseman, Morgan. He slides, and he does bring it in for out number 3. The Otters go 1, 2, 3 in the 4th. Back to Braden Scott in the bottom of the 4th here in the Otters Digital Network, Inter 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
Braden Scott out there for his 4th inning of work. Outside of Scout Knotts, who has an RBI double and a 2-run home run. He's done a great job against this Lake Erie squad. But with that 2-out double and the 2-run home run, Lake Erie leads 3-2, and now they're up with their 7, 8, 9 batters, Sam Franco, Sebastian Alexander, and Zach Campbell. Franco enters 0 for 1 on the night, 0 for 2 on the series. A couple of strikeouts for him. Scott winds and delivers the first pitch. Lined into left field, over towards it is Taylor, still running, it's still hooking. It's going to drop in fair territory and go off the wall. Franco's going to run in with a leadoff double to begin this 4th inning. Alexander, as I mentioned, making his first professional baseball appearance. Former teammate of the Otters' second baseman tonight, Graham Brown, with Coastal Carolina. First pitch from Scott, blew it by him, and he's behind 0-1. Alexander played 2 years at Coastal Carolina. Also spent a season with Kent State. Not too far from this Lake Erie squad. Next pitch, another fastball at the knees, and he's behind 0-2. The 23-year-old out of Cleveland, Ohio. About 20 minutes east of here. Awaits his 0-2 pitch. Scott looks back at second, now delivers. Fastball just fouled off towards the Otters dugout. Still behind 0-2. At Coastal Carolina this season, had played in 60 games, hit to a .318 batting average, had 10 home runs, 12 doubles, and a triple. Next 0-2 pitch from Scott. That one is fouled off the foot of Alexander, and we'll do it again. Scott looks in. Is set once again, trying to get Alexander out. The 0-2 pitch, fouled off again. So Alexander in a good battle here. So Alexander, after playing his freshman year with Kent State, transferred to Phoenix College, where he was named to the Arizona Community College Athletic Conference first team before transferring back into D1 college baseball with Coastal Carolina. It's the next 0-2 pitch from Scott. Another fastball he fouls off and out of play, and we'll do it again. So great battle here from the newest Crusher. Playing in left field tonight. Coastal Carolina, of course, the team that made it all the way to the college baseball championship. And got him swinging on that one. Pulled the string on him and went down stringing for the third German-American Bank strikeout for Braden Scott tonight. And there is one away with that runner still at second base.
The new hitter for your Crushers, that will be the third baseman. It's Zach Campbell.
Zach Campbell's going to step in. The lefty earned a walk in his first at-bat. Scott is set, delivers the first pitch. Campbell checked his swing, doesn't matter, it's in there for a strike, and he's behind 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Campbell. Another pitch in there for a strike, and now he's behind 0-2. Campbell, his first year here with Lake Erie, spent time with Ottawa earlier in the year. Scott looks back at second, now delivers the 0-2 pitch. Another fastball that just missed high. Count moves to 1-2. With Lake Erie, he's entering his 29th game, is hit to a .222 batting average, but a .402 on-base percentage. Doesn't strike out a ton and draws enough walks. He's already drawn one tonight. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Off speed, got him swinging. Another German-American Bank strikeout for Braden Scott, his second of the inning, and back-to-back Ks have the Crushers at 2 away with that runner still at second base.
Batting the bat for the Crushers, number 25, leadoff hitter, Mario Lopez.
So you love to see here from Braden Scott bouncing back in it, doing what he can to try to keep Evansville in this game. First pitch to Gomez, swinging at that one. He's behind 0-1. Gomez is 0 for 1. He walked to start the game for Lake Erie, and then flew out to right field to strand a couple of runners. Now another runner in scoring position for him. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Lined into center field, in on as Brown, still coming in. He will have enough time and bring it in for out number 3. So Braden Scott works around the leadoff double. A couple of strikeouts for him in this inning as we head to the 5th inning. The Otters still trailing by 1 here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Rain starting to come down here in Avon, Ohio. There was a threat for it. Thought it was going to hold off, but you can never truly know what's going to happen within Mother Nature. This all-turf field, one of many within the Frontier League, can handle some rain, but obviously you don't want to play with too much rain coming down, as that can easily affect grip on pitches and everything. We head to the 5th inning. It's the Buffalo Wild Wings 5th inning. Bottomless laps are here, diner only. Visit either Evansville locations at 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Green River Road for details. Jack Eisenberger out there for another inning of work. Again, Evansville's done a good job against them. First 3 innings, they got runners in scoring position against them. Only was able to put runs across in the 1st inning, and you hope they can have more of that rather than the 1-2-3 inning they had in the 4th inning. It's to David Mindham. First pitch to him, misses inside. He jumps ahead 1-0. Still no official at-bats for David Mindham in this game. 1-0 pitch misses outside 2-0. A sack bunt and a walk for Mindham in this game. 2-0 pitch, swings at that one. A high fly ball into left, but that one's going to get out of play. It'll be 2-1. Mindham extended his on-base streak to 23 with the walk earlier. 2-1 pitch he takes outside for a ball 3. His 31st walk of the season. That one lined up the middle, back into center field for a base hit. Watkins made a diving attempt at it, but couldn't bring it in. And a leadoff base hit for Evansville. The 3rd time in 5 innings they've gotten the leadoff runner on. Next up is the All-Star JT Benson. 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts in tonight's game. First pitch to him. He swings at that one, but it was an off-speed pitch, and he was out in front. And he's behind 0-1. Benson in his 2nd year of pro ball, spent last year with the Lake Country Rockhounds after his 3-year career at Louisville ended. 0-1 pitch just catches the corner of the zone, and now he's behind 0-2 and has to battle here. Comes the 0-2 pitch to Benson. Chopper towards third. That's going to get on the foul territory side of third base, and we'll do it again. Benson, the 23-year-old out of Louisville, Kentucky. Second on this team in OBP at 404, just behind David Mendham. Next 0-2 pitch. Pulled the string, tried to go down and get it. Couldn't come up with it. Another strikeout for Eisenbarger. With one away, it's up to Pavin Parks. Parks will step in with a runner at first and one away. First pitch to him is an off-speed pitch that misses outside, and he's ahead 1-0. Trying to emulate what he did last night. If he can triple again and drive in that tying run. Don't want to wait to try to get these runs. If you can try to get them now, you want to get them. 1-0 pitch. That's a fastball that catches the corner and evens the count up at 1-1. Pavin entering with a 379 OBP. 8 home runs on the season. That pitch in the dirt gets past the catcher, Gonzalez. Mendham will easily get to second base. And Parks will be ahead 2-1 in the count. Could be in for a lot of rain coming up over the next couple of hours. Here's the 2-1 pitch to the Otters shortstop. Fastball just catches the top part of the zone, evens the count up at 2-2. Tying run now in scoring position for Evansville. LJ Jones is on deck. Eisenbarger set, delivers a 2-2 pitch. Fastball got it by him. Parks goes down swinging. Back-to-back Ks for Eisenbarger. And with 2 away, it's up to LJ Jones to try to get that runner in from second. LJ singled back in the first inning. Second time up had a extra base hit taken away from him by Dario Gomez. Well, was 1-2 off the bat. First pitch swinging, pops it up into foul territory. Gonzalez trying to camp under it. That one hit back into play, and it's brought in for out number 3. So the Otters get another runner in scoring position, but can't score him. Still trailed by 1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning here in the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Braden Scott finishes his warm-ups here before the bottom of the Buffalo Wild Wings' 5th inning. Bottomless apps are now here. Dine and only visit either Evansville locations at 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Green River Road for details. Scott will face the 2-3-4 batters, same thing he did in the 3rd inning. Alfredo Gonzalez 0 for 1 on the night with a sac bunt and a ground out. Derek Vegas, who singled before being scored by the Scout Knots home run in the 3rd inning. That is the difference so far in this game. Otters trailing 3-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Scott delivers from the windup. First pitch swinging for Vegas, or for Gonzalez. He fouls that one up and out of play for an 0-1 count. It's the 0-1 pitch to Gonzalez. Swings at that one out of play. It's now an 0-2 count. That one's an overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it. Counts now 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses high, and the count moves to 1-2. Trying to get the big first out of the inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Liner into left field. That one's hooking. I believe that one's going to go foul, and we'll do it again. Trying to get the back foot breaker. Gonzalez able to get in front of it, but maybe a little bit too far in front. Count still 1-2. Next pitch from the short windup. Fastball just misses inside. Counts evened up at 2-2. Gonzalez awaits the 2-2 pitch. Fastball, he fouls that one back. We'll do it again. Scott trying to find a way to get this guy out. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball chopped towards third. It's going to get into foul territory. We'll do it again. Gonzalez making his 46th appearance this season for Lake Erie. Is hit to a .294 batting average, a .375 on base percentage. 50 hits on the season with 13 doubles and 3 home runs. It's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball, got him, swinging. Big out number 1 for Braden Scott on the German-American Bank strikeout. His 5th of the night. And with 1 away, it's to Derek Vegas. Vegas had a soft looping base hit in the 3rd inning. First pitch to him is taken for a strike, and he's behind 0-1 before being driven in by the Scout Knots home run. His team leading 9th on the season. 0-1 pitch, misses inside, counts evened up at 1-1. The pitch misses high, it's 2-1 now. The 2-1 pitch to Vegas. Breaker finds its mark. Counts evened up at 2-2. Next pitch misses outside. Count runs full. That pitch 83 on the night for Braden Scott. Again, the Otters not afraid to use them into triple digits. Here's the payoff pitch from Scott. Breaker out in front. He's able to foul it off. Beautiful back foot breaker that Vegas couldn't hold up on. Just able to make contact to stay alive. The next payoff pitch from Scott. Swing and a miss, strike three. Back-to-back German-American Bank strikeouts. His fourth in the last 2 innings. And now he's got the big dog coming up, Scout Knotts. It's been the one guy who hasn't been able to retire tonight. A double in the first inning to put the first run on the board for Lake Erie. A home run in the third inning to get their second and third runs on the board. First pitch is a fastball that finds the zone. Scott jumps ahead 0-1. There is some action going on in the Crushers bullpen. The 0-1 pitch. Chopper towards third. It's going to get out of play. Or stay foul, I should say. And the count's at 0-2 now. Knotts steps back in. Scott looks in. Winds and delivers. Pitch misses high. Counts at 1-2 now. Next pitch misses. That's 2-2 now. Trying to find a way to get this guy out. Hasn't been able to yet tonight. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball fouled up and overhead, and we'll do it again. Knotts has really turned it around after going 0 for 4 last night. Hasn't missed a beat on Scott. He's 2 for 2. All 3 RBIs for Lake Erie tonight. Next 2-2 pitch. Just fouled it off, and we'll do it again. Big swing there for Knotts. Just able to foul it off. Now the count's still 2-2. Scott looks in. He disagrees. Now agrees. Winds, delivers the 2-2 pitch. Backdoor back foot breaker. Runs in and gets Knotts on the knee. And now a 2-out base runner for Lake Erie. Leads to Jared Watkins. Can try to get him on the back foot breaker, but ran it too far inside. And again, it's not one you're too mad at with how Knotts has been hitting. He's been all over Scott tonight. Still got to get a batter here. It's Watkins who's 0 for 2. First pitch. Fastball just misses outside, and the count starts at 1-0. One-0 pitch fouled straight back, evens the count up at 1-1. Watkins making his 40th appearance for Lake Erie this season. Hit to a 279 batting average. 1-1 pitch off speed, off the end of the bat, into the air towards right. Mason White camping under it and bringing it in for out number 3. So Scott sends down the Crushers scoreless here in the 5th. We enter the 6th. Otters still trail by 1 here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Lake Erie called to the bullpen is Leonardo Rodriguez. Rodriguez on the mound. Alfredo Gonzalez behind the plate. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Rodriguez works quickly for the first pitch in there for a strike, and he's ahead of Taylor 0-1. Up at 93 miles per hour. He's entering with a 5.68 ERA in 18 games. Next pitch called strike 2, and now Taylor's going to work from behind. Works quickly again. Taylor's able to foul that one off and stay alive. Rodriguez, again, a pretty high ERA, but he's worked really well in his last 6 appearances, I should say. Next 0-2, inside, and it gets Keenan Taylor, or it's going to, did it say it hit his bat? They're going to say it hit his bat. And that's going to, it stood in fair territory, and it's going to be called out number 1. Tough to tell from up here where it hit, but a brutal out number 1 for Evansville. His last 8 innings for Rodriguez. He's only given up 1 earned run. First pitch to Logan Brown. Didn't mean to, but he went, and he's behind 0-1. And you wonder, with potentially the rain coming in, if this game does end up getting shortened. Is that why they brought in the relievers earlier, maybe than they would have typically? Count evens up at 1-1. But it definitely wasn't the best we've seen Eisenbarger. The Otters hit him pretty well, had opportunities, just couldn't put across more than 2 runs. Next pitch to Brown. Fell to a knee. And now he's behind 1-2. Clearly has a lot of stuff. Now the count's 1-2 to Brown. Pitch fouled off. We'll do it again. That one at 94 miles per hour. Brown with a double back in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Throws a bat out there again. That one gets up and overhead for an overhead foul ball. Brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Count still at 1-2 for the Otters catcher. Rodriguez works quickly. Another one that's fouled off. Brown working a good battle here. He's gone 3 straight fastballs to Logan Brown. See where he goes here with another 1-2 pitch. Well, the off-speed pitch. Brown able to hold up. Count evens at 2-2. Rodriguez, outside of a really bad chunk from May 31st to June 27th, has been really good for Lake Erie out of the bullpen. Just the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Logan Brown seeing him well right now. In those outings, he went 2/3 of an inning against Windy City, where he allowed 2 earned runs, 3 total runs. Went 2/3 of an inning against Schaumburg, where he gave up 4 runs, and then 2/3 of an inning against Tri-City, giving up 2 runs. Next 2-2 pitch on the ground towards second. Morgan brings it in. He'll make the toss to first in time for out number 2 after a great battle from Logan Brown. And then it started on June 27th against Gateway. Gave up went a third inning, giving up 1 run. Missed some time from June 7th to June 27th, so missed most of the month of June, but in May and July, he has been almost unhittable. And now he's got 2 away for Graham Brown. First pitch. Brown steps out. It's called strike 1. I don't know if Brown's upset because he wasn't looking at the pitcher yet, and Rodriguez was already starting. But it's called strike 1. Next pitch blew it by him. Can't catch up. He's behind 0-2. A fastball up at 94 miles per hour. Brown back in the box. Rodriguez looks in, now delivers the 0-2 pitch. Misses just outside. Good take from Graham Brown. Counts at 1-2 now. Brown with a single back in the second inning. Fouls that one off, and we'll do it again. Popped out back in the fourth. He's 1 for 2 on the day. So 1-2 pitch to the Otters' second baseman. And the dirt gets way by him. Counts evened up at 2-2. So a lot of movement on that off-speed pitch, but not a ton of control so far. Now at 2-2, let's see which direction he goes. Try to get Graham Brown here. Stands on the far first base side of the rubber. 2-2 pitch. High fly ball into right field. Over on it is Franco, still running over on it, but that one's going to get into foul territory and drop for a foul ball. Count still 2-2. Brown able to go get that 94-mile-per-hour fastball and placed it in a pretty good spot, but hooked foul. Here's the next 2-2 from Rodriguez, trying to get Graham Brown here. Fastball misses low, count runs full. So another great battle from an Otters hitter. Now Lake Erie's going to get some action going in their bullpen. Still quiet on the Otters side. That one is chopped foul off of Graham Brown. We'll do it again. Still rain falling here at Lake Erie. Again, playing on an all-turf field. The payoff pitch to the Otters' second baseman. Fastball misses outside for ball 4. A 2-out walk extends the inning to Mason White.
To the plate now for the Otters, the right fielder. It will be Mason White.
Mentioned early in the game, White just making his 3rd appearance of the season. Played with Evansville last year, had 5 home runs in 63 games. First pitch swing, he fouls that one off. He's behind 0-1. 0 for 2, the first time he's facing a right-handed pitcher tonight. Played with Indiana Southeast back in 24 as well to finish off his college career. Had 19 home runs, 22 doubles. Hit to a .423 batting average. The 0-1 pitch misses outside, evens the count up at 1-1. Tying runs at first base in Graham Brown. Go-ahead runs represented by Mason White here in the top of the 6th inning. Otters trailing by 1. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses outside, 2-1. Another one of those games you would love to see Evansville try to push across some runs to make this comeback happen. Starter Eisenbarger only went 5 here in the 6th inning with the reliever Leonardo Rodriguez. 2-1 pitch. Swings at that fastball, fouls it off. Count evens up at 2-2. White calls time and trying to battle here to keep this inning alive. Dennis Pierce awaiting on deck. He's had a really good game so far tonight. Rodriguez looks at first, now comes set. Delivers a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Mason White goes down swinging for out number 3 in the 6th inning. Head to the bottom of the 6th inning here in the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
We head to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Avon, Ohio. Braden Scott still out there, and why not? He's pitched really well. It's been one guy he hasn't been able to retire. Other than that, he's looked really good in this game, but unfortunately, Evansville's only been able to push across 2 runs. They trail 3-2. Scott on the mound for a 6th inning of work. Rain still coming down. A little bit heavier now. It's not too heavy, I should say, but just a little bit. Scott will face the 6, 7, and 8 batters. Davey Morgan, Sam Franco, and Sebastian Alexander. Morgan 1 for 2 on the night with a single and a line out. Last night went 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Couple of hits in the series now. First pitch to Morgan. Lined into left field. That one's hooking. It's going to stay fair and go all the way to the wall. Taylor's going to bring it in. He's going to throw it into second, but Morgan will get in there with ease. And another leadoff double for Lake Erie. Sitting on the first pitch there and turned on it. And now Scott's going to have to work through some traffic again as now the Evansville bullpen starts to get up and alive. Sam Franco's going to step into the right-handed batter's box. Lake Erie led off with a double back in the 4th inning off the bat of Sam Franco. Scott was able to strand him there. First pitch to Franco, swinging, chopper towards first. Mendham takes it. He's going to take it himself to first, barely in time. Gets Franco for out number 1, but the runner does advance to third base. Now with 1 away, Scott's going to have to work around that runner at third. Next up will be Sebastian Alexander, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. And his first professional appearance after making the College World Series Championship of Coastal Carolina. Wait till the first pitch, taken in there for a strike, and he's behind 0-1. Infield is playing in to try to keep that run from third from scoring. The 0-1 pitch to Alexander. Inside, and it hit him. Second batter Scott has hit in this game. So now still only 1 away. They're going to pinch hit for Zach Campbell. They're going to send Jaden Quinn to bat. Another lefty. First time we'll be seeing him in this game. He'll step into the left-handed batter's box. Runners on the corners. One away. Scott delivers. First pitch to Quinn is taken for a strike. Jumps ahead of him 0-1. Quinn just making his 15th appearance for Lake Erie this season. The 0-1 pitch. Swings at that one, chops it foul towards the Otters dugout. He's behind 0-2 now. Played 3 seasons of NAIA ball with the Concordia Bulldogs. His last season had a .387 batting average. The 0-2 pitch to Quinn. Scott still looking at first, now delivers. Liner towards first, but goes foul, and we'll do it again. Just out in front of it. Fortunate for Evansville. 27 home runs each of his last 2 seasons with Concordia. Has 3 home runs in his 14 games. 9 of his. He's 9 hits on the year. 3 of those are home runs. Still an 0-2 count. Scott is set. Looks over at first. Now delivers. Run takes off. Picks him off. Mindham's over there. He's going to throw it to third base. Pierce wasn't ready. And that run from third is going to score. The third base coach was standing over there and stopped the ball. Pierce wasn't even watching for the baseball from Mindham. So both runners advance. Still 1 away and a runner at second base now. Lake Erie now leads 4-2. Scott had him picked off, but defense couldn't pick him up. There's the 0-2 pitch to Quinn. Called strike 3 on the outer half. German American Bank strikeout number 7 for Braden Scott in this game. And with 2 away and that runner still at second base, it's up to Dario Gomez, who's 0 for 2 in the night with a walk.
Now for the Crusher, number 25, that's Dario Gomez.
It's definitely for an error on Evansville. So that run, currently as it stands, not earned. That one line towards short, gets past Pavement Parks. Another run's going to come in to score. Throw-in's going to be cut off by Pierce. And a first pitch attacking for Dario Gomez. And now Lake Erie is up 5-2 here in the 6th inning. Max Pearson's going to walk out there. He's going to have a conversation with his pitcher. Scott now at 104 pitches. You start to wonder if the Otters are able to get that out, what it looks like, but either way, Scott's going to have to work through. Runner at first, 2 away. Otters trail by 3. This team's been able to get runners on, so no reason to think they can't force a comeback, but Scott's going to have to work out of the 6th innings. He stays in. Alfredo Gonzalez at the plate. Scott is set. First pitch to him is swinging. He fouls that one off. He's behind 0-1. Gonzalez 0 for 2 in the night with a sac bunt. Catching tonight after playing first base in last night's game. Ended the All-Star game with a double play, did Gonzalez. Next pitch lined into left field. Taylor has to go to his right. Can't bring it in. He will toss it into short. Gomez will advance from first to third, and this inning continues. That's up to Derek Vegas. Vegas 1 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts tonight. And I think that's going to do it for Braden Scott. They're going to go to their bullpen. Try to get out of this 6th inning with no more damage done. He leaves with runners on the corners and 2 away in this inning. Well, more on the new pitcher for Evansville when we come back after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network, Enter 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Evansville called to the bullpen is Nolan Thebe. Nolan Thebe on the mound, Logan Brown behind the plate. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Nolan Thebe will enter to face Derek Vegas with 2 away and runners on the corners. Enters with a 3.42 ERA. His last time out on July 13th against Gateway, pitched an inning that did allow a run on 2 hits and a walk, but did strike out 1 as well. First pitch to Vegas misses low, and he starts behind 1-0. Enters the season with 21 innings pitched. He struck out 23, walked 12. Now with a 1-0 count to the Crushers DH. Next pitch in there for a strike, evens it up at 1-1. That fastball up at 90 miles per hour for Thebe tonight. Now a set. Delivers the 1-1 pitch. Off stride swing, just past the gap between third base and short. Just found the open hole, and another run comes in to score. Gonzalez got up to second base. Still 2 away, and now the Otters trail 6-2. It's up to Scout Knotts. Knotts is 2 for 2 with a home run and a double. He's killed Evansville tonight. He's also been hit by a pitch. First pitch to Knotts. Fastball misses high, and he's ahead 1-0. A good pitch from Thebe, too. Off speed, Vegas out in front, outside, out of the zone, but he just able to put wood on it and find an open hole. Another 1-0 pitch from Thebe. Misses high, 2-0. A couple of fastballs for Thebe there that have missed up in the zone. Three in, 2 on, 2 away here in this 6th inning for Lake Erie. 2-0 pitch, swinging at that one. He fouls it off, counts it 2-1. 3 RBIs in the night for Knotts. He had the first 3 RBIs of the night for Lake Erie to give him the lead. And now they've already extended this lead in the 6th. He's trying to do some more damage. The 2-1 pitch to Knotts. Fastball chopped foul. Count evens up at 2-2. Phoebe trying to limit any more damage for Evansville in this inning. Needs to get a big pitch here. Looks back at second. Now back to the mound and delivers. 2-2 pitch. Misses inside. Count runs full. And now both runners are going to get a head start.
Get that energy up in here. I didn't say be quiet.
DB the payoff pitch. High pop up into right center field. In on it is Mason White. He will bring it in for out number 3. So the Otters finally get out of the inning, but not before surrendering 3 runs. They now trail 6-2 as we head to the final 3 frames here in here in Avon, Ohio. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
Lake Erie called to the bullpen. Old friend alert, Brandon Sittinger. Sittinger on the mound. Behind the plate is Alfredo Gonzalez. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or called 812-475-9000. Sittinger, another former MLB player and former Otter, enters here in the 7th inning with a 4-run lead. He will face the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game and Dennis Pierce. Initially started this year as a starter. He's been moved to the bullpen and interestingly 4.37 ERA, but that is very deceptive. He has been elite out of the bullpen for Lake Erie, and it's going to be tough for Evansville to get to him. Sittinger pitching from the stretch. Delivers the first pitch to Pierce. Runs inside and it hits him. Good start for Evansville in this inning. Get the leadoff runner to reach. Try to scratch back some of those runs. Next up is David Mendham. Sittinger back in 2019 pitched in 7 games for Evansville. 6 of them were starts. Pitched to a 1.42 ERA in 38 innings. Struck out 52, only walked 20. First pitch to Mendham, liner to left field. But Alexander playing deep on it, and he was ready to bring it in for out number 1. That was well hit off the bat of Mendham, but playing in really a shift towards the left for Mendham in the outfield. And with 1 away, it's up to JT Benson. Benson steps into the right-handed batter's box. Waits the first pitch from Sittinger. Fastball at 95, misses inside for ball 1. Since entering the bullpen in his last 19 innings of work, he has not allowed a single run, and in that time he's only allowed 1 hit. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, evens the count up at 1-1. He has been a monster out of the bullpen for Lake Erie. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Benson. Swings that one, chops it foul off himself, and now he's behind 1-2. Faced Evansville a couple of times back in the early parts of June here at Lake Erie, or here in Avon, I should say. Pitched 2 innings on June 10th of scoreless baseball, where he walked one and struck out one. And then on June 12th, pitched another inning of work where he struck out one, didn't walk anybody, faced the minimum in that outing. Sittinger looks in and comes set. Delivers the 1-2 pitch. Fastball fouled off. We'll do it again. Benson's 0 for 3 on the night. Couple of flyouts and a strikeout. Trying to get into the hit column and extend, or really get a rally going here in the 7th inning. Only 8 outs left for Evansville. The 1-2 pitch from Sittinger. Chopped towards third. On a hop, brought in by Campbell. Throws second in time for one. Throw to first is in time for a double play. So a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning for Evansville. Get a runner on, but it's cut down on the double play. Now we head to the bottom of the 7th inning here in Lake Erie. Evansville's going to need a rally, but first going to need a clean 7th inning. Here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Into the bottom of the 7th inning. Nolan Thebe out there for another inning of work. Faced a couple of batters in the 6th inning. Gave up a single and then got Scout Knotts to fly out. He will work the 7th here, facing Jared Watkins, Davey Morgan, and Sam Franco. The 3 scheduled to face him in this inning. Watkins will step in. He is currently 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. He's flown out to left field, center field, and right field tonight. First pitch misses for ball 1. Next pitch from Thebe. Just misses again. Now it's a 2-0 count. That one just missed outside. So work from behind on Watkins now. 2-0 pitch fouled towards the right. Gets back in the count at 2-1 now. Thebe in his 17th game here for Evansville this season. Has given up a run in 3 of his last 4 outings. 2-1 pitch, high fly ball into center. Brown and Taylor converging. Brown's going to call him off and bring it in for out number 1. Make it 4 flyouts tonight for Jared Watkins. And with 1 away, Davey Morgan, next one to meet Thebe. Morgan led off the 6th inning with a double. Eventually came around to score on the mistake from the Evansville infield. First pitch to Morgan, misses low for a ball. He's ahead 1-0. Braden Scott finished 5 2/3 innings, giving up 6 runs. Only 4 of them were earned due to that mistake from the Evansville infield. The 1-0 pitch Fastball, called strike one, evens the count up. Otters trail 6-2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Need a clean 7th to have a shot to come back. 1-1 pitch fouled up and overhead for an overhead foul ball, brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Counts now 1-2 to the Crushers' second baseman. One-two pitch from Thebe. Line towards third. Pierce takes it in on a hop. Throw to first is in time for out number one. Out number two. So after 2 quick outs, it's up to Sam Franco. Grounded out to third. It's a first, his last time up. He also struck out and doubled. Thebe comes set. Delivers the first pitch to the Crushers' right fielder. First pitch taken in there for a strike. Thebe working quickly. He's ahead 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Franco. Another fastball. That one just misses. Count evens up at 1-1. Maybe a bit low and outside. Here is the 1-1 pitch from the Otters pitcher. Swing and a miss on that one. Blew it by him at 89. Thebe with a strike away from getting a clean 7th inning here. Evansville will have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and Pavement Park's L.J. Jones and Keenan Taylor due up next. Looks like it'll be another inning from Brandon Sittinger for Lake Erie. It's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3. Got him looking with a fastball at the knees. German-American Bank strikeout for Nolan Thebe. We're through 7 here in Avon, Ohio. Evansville's going to need some runs over these next 2 innings if they want to come back here in the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Head to the top of the 8th inning here in Lake Erie. Evansville's going to send Pavement Park's L.J. Jones and Keenan Taylor to the plate. Trail 6-2 as we enter the 8th inning. Brandon Sittinger, in fact, out there for another inning of work. He has been almost untouchable since he started out of the bullpen, since he's moved to the bullpen. "29 strikeouts in his 19 innings coming into this game." Haven awaits the first pitch. Swings at that one. Liner into right field. It's going to get through for a base hit. Leadoff base hit for Evansville. Exactly what you want to see if this team needs to fight back. Paven's second hit of the ball game. Next up is L.J. Jones.
The next hitter for Evansville, designated hitter L.J. Jones.
First pitch to Jones. Swings through that one. Came up empty. Took a little bit off of it, did Sittinger. He's ahead of LJ 0-1. Sittinger's set. Holds. Now delivers. High fly ball. Shallow right field. Out on it is the second baseman, Morgan. He'll camp under it and bring it in for out number 1. With 1 away, it's up to Keenan Taylor. Taylor walked back in the 3rd inning. Was given the reached via the air back in the 1st. One of those tough calls. So due to that, still searching for his first hit this weekend. First pitch to him. Swings through that one, comes up empty. He's behind 0-1. The 23-year-old all-star starter also participated in the home run derby. Trying to get this Otters team back into the game. Next pitch is swung through on that one. Back-to-back fastballs that Taylor couldn't catch up to, and he's behind 0-2. He's got him behind on both fastballs. See if he tries to pull the string on him here. The 0-2 pitch. Took a little bit off of that one. Fouled her off. We'll do it again. Off speed right now that he's thrown at least has been 87, 88. Not a huge difference in speeds, but it's enough. Taylor shaking off that foul ball off his foot. Now steps back into the box. Stands in the very back of the right-handed batter's box. Hunched down, awaits the 0-2 pitch from Sittinger. Sittinger set and delivers. Pulled the string, got him out in front. Oh, looks like, I thought Gonzalez caught that. Never mind. Did make contact, so he stays alive. Count still 0-2 for the Otters left fielder. Delivers the 0-2 pitch. Throws his bat out there, fouls it off. That one's going to hook right and get out of play. And we'll do it again. Quick look around the Frontier League. Schaumburg and Gateway playing. Gateway's winning 6-5 over Schaumburg. Currently tied at the top of the West Division. Gateway winning 6-5 in the bottom of the 5th. Sittinger throws back over to first. Nothing doing. Washington fell to Sussex County 7-4. Florence did beat Mississippi 11-6. Three Rivers and Tri-City are tied up at 5 in the top of the 9th. So 2 pitch, Pavin takes off, swings, hits it deep into right field. Back on it is Franco. He's going to grab it a few feet in front of the warning track. Pavin was stealing. He's all the way back to first in time. But now they're 2 away. That one was hit well by Keenan Taylor, but not well enough. Now 2 away. It's up to Logan Brown to try to extend this 8th inning. Quick look at some of the teams upcoming for Evansville. Quebec up 6-0 over Down East. Ottawa up 5-2 over Brockton, trying to win their 18th game and their 18th out of their 23 games. First pitch to Logan Brown, swinging at that one, comes up empty, and he's behind 0-1. Evansville trailing 6-2. Only 4 outs remain for them. Here in the bottom of the eighth, or top of the 8th inning. 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Great stop by Gonzalez. Count evens up at 1-1. Gateway now up 9-5. Putting some runs on the board against Schaumburg. Joliet's out in front of Windy City 2-1 after losing game 1 of that series. Sittinger back on the mound now. Got a new baseball, and now he's set. Looks into his catcher. Logan Brown awaits the 1-1 pitch. Fastball. High pop up into shallow left field. Out on it is Campbell. Over the shoulder. Can't get it. That one falls in foul territory. Thought for a second it was in fair. Andy McCauley definitely thought it was in fair territory, but the home plate umpire making the call. He calls it foul. So counts 1-2. And they're going to toss Andy McCauley. And again, I obviously I'm not at a great angle here, so I can't say definitively, but I thought that was in fair territory. So there goes McCauley in a game that it's really felt like it's been falling apart for Evansville since really that 3rd inning when Lake Erie took the lead. Evansville had some opportunities to put some runs on the board, especially early, but just couldn't push them across, and now they're trailing 6-2. And now McCauley's going to come back out again. Oh, no, that's right. He's got to go all the way across the field to get back into the clubhouse. So he's got to walk back out. He'll take his sweet time, maybe say some words to the umpire as he goes across. And TJ Zarowitz will come out and take over at third base. Unfortunate turn of events. Again, it was a ball that just... It's close. I'll just say that. Logan Brown still at the plate. Counts 1-2. There's 2 away. Runner at first is Pavin Parks. Otters trail 6-2. Need a rally here. Need to get some runs on the board. Braden Sittinger still out there. He's worked really well. Quick look around the MLB. The Reds beat the Mets 5-2. They played some good baseball as of late. Royals drop a game to the Marlins 3-1. That is unfortunate. 1-2 pitch. Pavin takes off. That one is fouled off. We'll do it again. Phillies beat the Angels, 9-5. White Sox pounce on the Pirates 10-4. Rangers beat the Tigers 4-1. Kamar Rocker gets the win there. Former Tri-City Valley Cat, Kumar Rocker. Count still 1-2 to Logan Brown. Here's the pitch. Chopper towards third. Slow chopper for Campbell. Throw to first is just in time for out number 3. So the Otters strand 1 here in the 8th inning. Head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Otters still trail by 4 here on the Otters Digital Network and our 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com.
Otters call to the bullpen. New pitcher for Evansville is Rain Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer on the mound. Logan Brown behind the plate. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Pfeiffer, recently signed by Evansville, played 3 collegiate seasons with the Washburn Ichabods, where he made 44 appearances, 36 of them being starts. Pitched to a 6.36 ERA. But in 2023 had his best season with made 14 starts, pitched to a 4.74 ERA. His best K to walk rate during his college career, had a 90 strikeouts to 51 walks. Pitched a little bit with the Kansas City Monarchs here in 2025. Pitched 5 innings, or five appearances, only pitched 4 innings. Did struggle a little bit with the walks there, but he had a couple of really good appearances before struggling in his last couple. First one to face him is Sebastian Alexander, who squares on a bump but pulls it back. And he will start ahead of Pfeiffer 1-0. So Pfeiffer making his first appearance as an Evansville Otter in a game that they trail by 4 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Works from the windup. Next pitch. Fastball up at 96 miles per hour for Pfeiffer. Misses that one, though. Counts at 2-0. Works from the far first base side of the rubber. The 2-0 pitch misses outside, 3-0. The 3-0 pitch from Pfeiffer. Fastball called, strike 1. Back in the count now, 3-1. Out of Topeka, Kansas is Pfeiffer. Delivers a 3-1 pitch. Checked his swing, didn't go. It's called ball 4 for Alexander. Just missed a bit inside. And he walks Alexander to begin his Otters life. Next up at the plate is Kenan Irizarry. He came in to play third base after Zach Campbell was pinch hit for. First pitch, runner takes off. Pitch is called a ball. Throw down is in time. Great throw down from Logan Brown. And the Otters pick him off as quickly as he reached base. So there's one away in this inning. Pitch just missed inside for Pfeiffer. Counts 1-0. Nice pitching from the stretch, even with no runner on. 1-0 pitch, fastball. Got him swinging. Evens the count up at 1-1. After the walk to Alexander, sticking with the stretch. 1-1 pitch, another fastball, lined into right field. First in, now out is Mason White. Couldn't read it, gets over his head. And Irizarry is going to get to second base with a 1-out double. After going 0 for 4 last night, gets his first hit in his being back with Lake Erie. And now with one away, back to the top of the lineup in Dario Gomez. It's pretty well hit off the bat, but that's one you definitely want your outfielder to get for you. Either way, one away, runner now in scoring position for Lake Erie here in the 8th inning, trying to add some more insurance to this 4-run lead. Gomez singled in a run back in the 6th inning. Singled in the second of 3 runs for Lake Erie. First pitch to him misses just a bit outside. Counts at 1-0. First off speed, we saw Pfeiffer throw in this game. Comes set, now delivers the 1-0 pitch. That one just misses outside, 2-0. Back-to-back off-speed pitches that just missed outside. Now the 2-0 pitch. Runner takes off for third. Pitch is in the dirt. No throw from Logan Brown. 3-0 now, runner at third base. Second time they've attempted to steal here on the pitcher, Pfeiffer. Wonder if they see something. 3-0 pitch. Fastball just missed outside, ball 4. Second walk of the inning. Didn't miss it by a lot on those pitches. A lot of them were right there, but again, it's been a very consistent zone from the home plate umpire, Mike O'Leary. And now Alfredo Gonzalez comes on with runners in the corners and 1 away. 1 for 3 with a single back in the 6th inning. Here's the first pitch to him. It's a fastball that missed outside for ball 1. Pfeiffer starting behind Gonzalez here. Hasn't thrown a first pitch strike yet this game. 1-0 pitch. Checked his swing. He did go, says the home plate umpire. Evens count up at 1-1. Broke off an off-speed pitch. They got Gonzalez out in front. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Pfeiffer. Runner takes off for second. Pitch is launched into center field. Back on it is Brown. Still going back to the track, to the wall. It's over his head and bounces off the wall. One run's going to come in to score. They're going to send the second runner in home. Throw's not going to come into home, and they're going to score 2 more runs off the double from Alfredo Gonzalez. So add 2 more to Lake Erie. They now lead 8-2. So only 1 away in the inning. Next up is Derek Vegas. Pfeiffer comes set. First pitch. Off speed misses outside for ball 1. So starting behind another batter. It's the 1-0 pitch. Misses outside, ball 2. Pfeiffer trying to work back into this count. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Fastball up and in, and it misses the glove of Logan Brown. Now Gonzalez is going to advance to third base. And now it's a 3-0 count. This game's starting to really slip out of the hands of Evansville here. Three-0 pitch to Vegas. Misses outside, ball 4. Third walk of the inning for Pfeiffer. And now Max Peterson's going to walk out and see if they try to let him work through it or if they're going to go to his bullpen. And they will go to the bullpen. They're going to bring in a new pitcher. We'll have more on them after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
Evansville call to the bullpen is going to be Colin Murphy. Murphy on the mound, Logan Brown behind the plate. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Murphy enters for his third time this season. Won an inning in his first outing against Schaumburg, where he went scoreless. Won an inning against 2 innings against Washington, he gave up 1 run, and then his last outing against Gateway. Went 3 1/3, gave up 3 earned runs, but all 3 of those came in the first inning. He really locked back in and settled in after that. Now he enters in a tough spot, runners in the corners, 1 away. First one to meet him, Scout Knotts. First pitch, fastball in the zone for a strike. He's ahead of him 0-1. Comes set, now delivers the 0-1 pitch. High pop-up. That one's going to stay in the infield. Called off by Paven Parks. He brings it in for out number 2. Now 2 away, and runner still at the corners. It's up to Jared Watkins. Watkins is 0 for 3. 0 for 4 tonight, sorry, with 4 flyouts. His first 3 at-bats, he only saw 5 total pitches. First pitch to him. Takes for a strike, and he's behind 0-1. Last at-bat, he did get to a 2-1 count before flying out to center. Next pitch to Watkins, just missed outside, count evens up at 1-1. Murphy pitched 4 seasons at Lincoln Memorial for the Rail Splitters. Finished up his 2025 season, then played some summer ball. That pitch misses 2-1. Played with the Wilson Tobbs for 6 games before joining Evansville this year. Here's the 2-1 count. Another fastball. That one's fouled up and out of play. Counts at 2-2. From the sounds of it, sounds like a fan made a great play. Fortunately, it went out of my field of view, so I cannot see what happened. Either way, counts 2-2. Next pitch to Watkins. Liner up the middle. It's going to get through for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Derek Vegas is going to stand at second base. The single from Jared Watkins. And now they're still with 2 away and runners at first and second. It's up to Davey Morgan. Murphy is set, delivers the first pitch. Fastball misses, just a bit low and out. Starts behind him 1-0. Evansville now trailing 9-2 with only 3 outs remaining. Next pitch is a that pitch just catches the corner, evens count up at 1-1. Murphy was put into a rough spot, trying to work his way out of it. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Another off-speed pitch. Got him swinging out in front, and he's ahead of him 1-2. Murphy a strike away from getting out of the inning less unharmed. That pitch just misses outside. Counts evened up at 2-2. The Otters scored 2 runs in the first inning, haven't put up a run since. 2-2 pitch, misses low, count runs full. Both runners are going to get a head start on this next pitch as well. Lake Erie got 1 in the first, got 2 in the third. Then they got 3 in the 6th. Now they got 3 here in this inning in the 8th. And now the payoff pitch from Murphy. In the dirt, ball 4. Bases are loaded. Next up is Sam Franco, the 9th batter to come to the plate for Lake Erie in this inning. His 3rd time at the plate in these last 3 innings. And that comes up with a lot of runners on. Lake Erie already leading 9-2, but chance to extend that lead even more. First pitch from Murphy. Misses outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Franco. Broken bat up the middle. Brown will take it in. He'll make the throw to first, and it's in time. Mendham able to stay on the bag and make the grab for out number 3. I mentioned there goes some more lumber. Get your new lumber at Niehaus Lumber. So Murphy strands the bases loaded. Lake Erie does get 3 in the 8th. We head to the 9th. Otters needing 7 runs to tie this game here in the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Lake Erie called the bullpen is Michael Spinozzi. Spinozzi on the mound. Alfredo Gonzalez behind the plate. That pitcher catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Spinozzi's entering with a 7-run lead. He has a 3.46 ERA. His last 2 outings against Schaumburg didn't go his way, though. Gave up a earned run on July 10th. First one to face him is Graham Brown, who takes the first pitch for a strike. Starts behind 0-1. And then in an inning against Schaumburg on July 8th, gave up 3 earned runs, 4 total runs in his inning of work there. 0-1 pitch to Brown. Chopper back up the middle. It's going to be the shortstop charging it. Watkins, throw to first is just in time. So he beats it out. As Graham Brown can't beat it out. And there's 1 away. The last 5 games Spinozzi's pitched in have been losses for Lake Erie. 7 of his last 8 have been losses. Go back even further. 10 of his last 13 games he's pitched in have been losses. First pitch to Mason White, misses outside for a ball. He starts ahead 1-0. Trying to change around that fortune here, and it'll be tough comeback for Evansville if they want to try to keep this game alive. The 1-0 pitch to White takes that one high for ball 2. White currently 0 for 3 in his return to the lineup. 2-0 pitch. Fastball taken in there for a strike. Back in the count of Spinozzi at 2-1. Next pitch to White, misses outside, 3-1. Spinozzi's given up at least 1 hit in 10 of his last 11 outings as well. Here's the 3-1 pitch to White. Swings through that one. Count runs full. This is the 3rd time Spinozzi's faced Evansville. Faced them back on June 10th, where he pitched an inning, gave up a hit, walked 1, but got out of the inning unharmed, and then pitched an inning against them on May 24th at Bosse Field, where he faced 4 batters, giving up a single hit. Next pitch to White, got him looking. Now there's 2 away. That one was just at the top of the zone for Mason White. The 3rd time he's gone down via the K. 2nd time he's gone down looking. And now with 2 away, the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, Dennis Pierce, the last hope for Evansville in this game. First pitch, taken for a strike on the outside corner. He's behind 0-1. Spinozzi's working from the windup, the 0-1 pitch. Pierce fouls that one off, and now the count's at 0-2, and now the Otters now down to their final strike. Spinozzi comes, sets, delivers the 0-2 pitch, misses high. Tried to over pitch that one, but released it too high, counts at 1-2 now. Spinozzi in his first year of pro ball here at age 27. 1-2 pitch, fouled off by Pierce. Will do it again. He has been a very effective reliever out of the bullpen for Lake Erie. He doesn't strike out a ton. Does walk more than you would want, but is effective. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Pierce. In the dirt, ball 2. Counts evened up at 2-2. The Otters with 2 runs on 7 hits. Lake Erie with 9 runs on 12 hits. 2-2 pitch, swung on a miss for strike 3. Got Pierce swinging at the off-speed stuff. And that'll do it for tonight's ball game. Evansville loses 9-2 in a game that thought was going to be a pitcher's duel, but ended up much more hitter-friendly than we saw last night, even though Evansville only managed 2 runs across. We'll head to the Papa John's post-game show after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network and our 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com.
Welcome into the Papa John's post-game show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame post-game shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 2 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and our 96.9 WYR. Speaking of the Home Team Network, they are the exclusive home of every Frontier League game this season. So check out Home Team Network to sign up today. You get a front row seat to every Otters game this year. So Evansville drops game 2 of the series 9-2. Braden Scott got the start and dealt with a little bit of traffic, but really his only big damage was done off the bat of Scout Knotts. Knotts had a RBI double in the first inning to get Lake Erie on the board, and then a 2-run home run to give him the lead, a lead that Evansville would not be able to come back from. Ended up only going 5 2/3 innings, giving up 8 hits. Allowed 6 runs, only 4 of them earned, 2 walks to 7 strikeouts. Nolan Thebe did pitch an inning and a third scoreless, only giving up 1 hit and striking out 1. First time we saw Rayne Pfeiffer, he pitched only a third of an inning, giving up 2 hits, allowing 3 earned runs on 3 walks and no strikeouts. Colin Murphy pitched 2/3 of an inning, giving up a hit, walking 1, not striking out anybody, but pitching scoreless in his 2/3 of an inning. Offensively for Evansville, they did manage 7 hits. Pavin Parks with 2 hits of his own. Also a double from Dennis Pierce, a hit from David Mendham. Hit from L.J. Jones, a hit from Logan Brown. His was also a double. And then a single from Graham Brown. Brown finished 1 for 3 with a walk. Pierce finished 1 for 3 with a walk. He reached 3 times, once via the walk, once via the double, and once via the hit by pitch. And then Pavin Parks, as I mentioned, went 2 for 4, reaching twice as well. So the offense, again, early in the game, they had opportunities. They had runners in scoring position in the first inning. They stranded 2 with a runner at third and a runner at first. The second inning had runners at first and second with 2 away, stranded them. Third inning with runners at second and third. Keenan Taylor would get thrown out at home, trying to, at that point, extend the lead. And then after that, it was a lot tougher. In the fourth inning, they went 1, 2, 3. In the fifth inning, did get another runner into scoring position, but stranded him there. They got a runner on in the sixth inning, but stranded him at first. They got a runner on in the seventh inning, but got that killed via the double play. Got a runner on in the eighth inning. He was stranded at first, and then a 1, 2, 3 ninth inning to finish the game. Evansville now drops to 22-36. Still a chance to win their first road series tomorrow afternoon in the matinee game on Sunday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time, 12:05 p.m. Central Time for those back in Evansville. Lake Erie, with their win and with Washington's loss, now jump back to the top of the Central Division. Evansville now will be 9 games behind the leading Lake Erie Crushers. But again, still in search for their first road series win tomorrow, and a chance to do it. They will send Parker Brahms to the mound, making another start for himself, and hopefully he can bounce back after some rough starts the last 3 outings. But we've seen what Parker Brahms can do when he's on. He's been really good at times. This is a ballpark to try to get himself back at. Because again, this Lake Erie team is not a huge hitting team. You're at a good pitcher-friendly ballpark, and hopefully he's able to give Evansville a chance to win tomorrow. And hopefully Evansville's offense can come through a little bit more. Again, just in spots, again, they had opportunities, both of these games really, just couldn't come through in those spots. And unfortunately, they just weren't able to do enough, and they dropped this game 9-2. Play tomorrow at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time, 12:05 p.m. Central Time, before heading into Canada to take on Quebec for 3 games, and then Ottawa for 3 games. 2 teams that have been on fire. Quebec have been on fire all year. Ottawa have been on fire really since end of June into July. And that'll do it for me here in Lake Erie. Evansville back tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully you will join us tomorrow on Sunday. And I'm Lucas Macklin signing off. And as always, have a blessed night, Otters fans.